You are tasked to solve this question. Okay, so now what we always do, you can clearly see we have loop 1, loop 2. Okay, and the question for loop 1 is gonna be the voltage across will be equal to the sum of the voltage inside the circuit. Okay, so we're going to have VIT equal to VC1 of t plus VC2 of t. Okay, for the second loop, we're going to have this voltage in parallel plus equal to the sum of the voltage in series. So we're gonna have VC2 of t equal VR of t plus VL of t. Okay, and in terms of current, we're gonna have two current in loop 1 and loop 2 because of the capacitor that you see in between. So for the current for loop 1, the current that's gonna use for loop 1, okay, and the current across loop 2, we're going to have this equation. Okay, so since the capacitor is the one that is in between, so it's gonna be the capacitor receive two types of current. It's receive the current from I1 and also the current from I2. Okay, so we're going to assume, okay, before we get to that, let's first get the answer of the current on its own without looking at the, okay, so, and I'm going just to make it clear, so in a way that we can see. So this is where we're gonna get current 1, this one's current 2, and this one is the formula for the current on its own. Okay, and the current on its own, we know that the current going in equal to the current that is leaving. So that's been I1 t equal to the sum of I2 t plus I3 t. Okay, on that note, okay, now let's now define the current inside define the current inside loop 1 and also the current inside loop 2, so that we can know for sure what's happening. So inside the current from the capacitor inside the loop 1 and the current inside the capacitor inside the loop 2, what's going to be, first you take the current that is inside loop 1 for loop 1 and the current that is inside loop 2, you minus it with the external current, which is I2 and here it's gonna be I1 t. This is how you can actually get the current inside the loop. So it's gonna be, for loop 1 we get something so you're gonna, for loop 1, the current across IC1, it's gonna be this one minus the one coming out from the second loop. The same goes for IC2, it's gonna be the current that is inside the loop minus the current that is coming out. So this is what you see here we're trying to give you. So, And then when you get these formulas, then you should be able to solve this question just by plugging, by converting in times domain, and plugging the answer there, so then you can get depending on how you're going to develop it. Okay. And I recall and just to make sure that I'm not writing it wrongly, so this one is not 1, it's actually 2. Okay, because we're working with this the IC2 that you see here. Okay, so this is